Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my viewers, depending on your time zone, wherever you are. I'm so very glad to have you on board. My name is Mwita, GP Mwita, and this is the Spirit World. Kenya as a nation, we are still in the mourning period, and we've lost an endgamer, we've lost a gallant leader, we've lost a man that many people said was an epitome of their hope. We lost a great leader, Raila Odinga, the former Prime Minister. However, I'm with my friend here, James Kimathi, and I will want us to at least help us to see how we can be able to still eulogize. We are eulogizing this man. He was a great man, a man that the nation really, he was our Baba, to say the least. My brother.
Yes.
Here we are, the nation is still mourning.
Yeah.
And we pray that God may give us peace as a nation.
Sure. It was the week that was. Mm-hmm. And maybe at the onset, I also send my heartfelt condolences, and I think as a program also, this has been heavy. We condole with the family, Mama Ida, the children and friends, relatives, and even the nation.
Sure.
This has been heavy, man of God.
Wow.
Heavy.
Wow.
If we look at the outcome, I mean the outpouring of emotion, the people coming to receive the body, the whole process of burial, the movement from the airport to Kasarani, it was a nation on standstill.
Sure.
It's not easy.
Our condolences are in order.
Yes.
And as we said, we really are very sympathetic. But to God be the glory in everything. Some things are hard, but we say God's will.
Yes.
You know, at some point I was wondering that the way I saw masses,
yes,
I was really wondering, why didn't Raila win an election?
Some people have said he's the best president that we never had. But to me, he was presidential. He was a president. We call him the people's president.
The people's president.
And in any case, you look at the whole, arrangement around his death burial. He was given a state funeral.
Yeah, sure.
And you look at the protocols around it. Your guess is as good as mine. He is in the league of presidents.
To that we are very grateful. Actually, even the president of Kenya did very good.
That was a very, very good step he took. I mean, he was not forced in any way to do it.
Sure.
But the decision to honor the late Prime Minister Raila Odinga with that kind of a state funeral, it was apt. It was right.
Maybe one will ask, the kind of followership he commanded,
yes,
that we saw now after he died,
yes,
couldn't this be translated into votes? Why wouldn't we have him win? Because according to those numbers, it was an outright win.
Sometimes it's a debatable point. Of course, you look at the man's charisma. Charisma sometimes attracts people. I mean, as a charismatic leader, whether is it the late Wamalwa Kijana who coined the two words Railaphobia, Raila mania.
Oh yeah.
If you hate him, you hate him with a passion. If you love him, you love him with a passion. That's why he probably was an enigma. An enigma that you couldn't completely understand the man. But I also feel like it is possible that in some of those elections there was rigging. Africa being what it is.
Yeah, there must have been.
There must have been forces which said this man will never be president. But to me, he is one person who has impacted leadership in this country from inside and from outside in a way no other man could. But one thing stands out very clear, that this man reigned without ruling. He reigned without ruling. He reigned without ruling. Yes. There was no this official position, we can say. Yes. But the guy was really in the hearts of men, which actually introduces the point of what is leadership. Because again, some people think being a leader is being in a position. And but I'm realizing that you can be a leader because you are touching the hearts of people. I think leadership is not positional. It is not the office you occupy. occupy. It is the influence that you have.
Okay.
And you can be president without the mandate, without the authority. Now, Raila did not have to call people to come. In life, if he appeared somewhere, people gathered. In death, without him being there to tell them come, they came. If you can go a little back, you remember incidences like while you are away, Baba. You see, he just comes and people fill every space.
I'm telling you.
The administration, the police are completely unable.
I once met a news vendor who was actually complaining so much.
Yes.
And he said, Bwana, Raila is out of the country.
Yes.
And we are very hungry. I said, what do you mean? He said, newspapers are not selling.
I mean,
as long as he's not around, newspapers are without content.
In fact, they confirmed the other day. I was watching some program on TV, I think it was Citizen, and actually they said that any news item that did not have Raila would not sell.
Wow.
And they made sure they had a story on Raila. So Raila was a selling brand for the news people.
I'm thinking maybe there is one or two things to learn about the life of Raila. Because he's actually an isolated kind of leader. And even institutions of higher learning must really get one or two lessons to train people about leadership. Because the leadership people are known to is positional. Where you rush into a position and then you find that you're not even being effective.
You know, Apostle, one of the things I see about Raila is he had ideology, and probably we try to scan him a bit more and dissect his leadership. He started as a revolutionary.
Wow.
In the mold of Fidel, probably that is why he named his son Fidel.
Fidel Castro.
Late son, yes. But as you move further, when he's naming, they are naming their daughter Winnie, which the mother again said, they had said it was a boy, it would be Mandela.
Okay.
It was girl, it would be Winnie, after the Mandela's wife, because that is the time he was coming from prison. You notice Mandela's leadership was a little bit different from Fidel Castro. Castro was a communist, but Mandela is a freedom fighter. He is more mellowed in terms of the extremist positions. Because Mandela again is able to, as he fights apartheid, he is able also to be pragmatic, to know that you have to meet with your nemesis. And that is why he was able to have a meeting with the clerk. You can imagine you're having a meeting with your jailer while you're still in prison. Could Raila have learned certain lessons from those people? And probably we see him growing in terms of his ideological position from a revolutionary. You know, he was mentioned in 1982 as part of those who were probably in the plans for that unfortunate incident that happened, but of course which opened the doors for discussion on democratization of this nation. And later now, he doesn't follow that path. He pushes, yes, but you find him being pragmatic. He is able to sit with Moi, you know, and you can imagine Moi has put him in detention, and he joins KANU of all of all, you know, outfits. What happened is history. KANU disintegrates, and probably he was part of the reason for the disintegration. And of course, the rest of the political movements that came, he never won the elections, but we see him again opposed to Kibaki, but later joins Kibaki.
In the Nusumukati government.
Nusumukati government.
Yes.
After a lot of bloodshed in 2007, he steps back, agrees to work with them. You move further, you find him working with Uhuru, who he had refused to support when Moi said Uhuru will be president. That is why these guys left Moi alone. But he is able to come back after a very contested election and work with them. And that has continued until present, when we are losing him, that he was able to work with William Ruto. So we need to study this man. What metal is he made of?
Wow.
A lot of other politicians fell by the wayside. They were either this or anti-this, or Raila would know the moment when to fight and when to let go.
Yeah, sure.
When to stick to your principle or ideology and when to negotiate.
And that's a very important aspect of a leader.
Yes.
Because again, when you're a leader, you are not into it for death or for just because you are for the good of the nation, the good of what you're leading. But now, fast forward.
Yes.
Something happens. We are told Baba is not feeling well.
Yes.
And a few weeks, I think 1 week or something.
Yes.
We are told, hold on, Baba is okay. But then some things, 1 or 2 things turn to the rest, and then we are told Baba is no more. And then to me, the most unfortunate thing is that there's a video that was doing rounds on social media where I was seeing the place where Baba wasn't really a hospital that will even, I wouldn't even equate to Nairobi Hospital, leave alone Aga Khan or even Mata.
Yes.
So I didn't really understand, and I was a bit taken aback.
Yeah.
Maybe what will you say about the turn of events that happened and we lost Baba?
Again, it's unfortunate that we are discussing this, but I think it has to be discussed because, again, we can't just allow things to be. We need to question, we need to analyze, we need to get some facts.
Sure.
Because he's a public figure, and we own him, all of us, and we need answers.
He was our Baba. He was our Baba.
So I think rightfully so, we may have to start questioning a few things. And just before that, I think what you just mentioned, I can put a word on it, that I think the communication, when Baba, you remember the ODM was celebrating
20 years.
20 years.
Yes.
And they had really advertised, and there was a lot of movement towards that. And all of a sudden he appears in a PG, I think parliamentary group meeting, and Baba is okay, he talks. And then we hear the anniversaries have been postponed, and people are asking, where is Baba? And a lot of things in the social media, a lot of negative postings, this and that. Now, what I noticed is that the communication now from either family or party or the national leadership was very fragmented.
Okay.
There wasn't a good messaging, protocol. And probably this is something we need to learn, because today you hear some information from an ODM stalwart somewhere, Baba is okay, Mama, and again, may God comfort them. Sure. She's saying Baba is okay. Another one says he is about to come back. Of course, later we learned that there are those who had conversations with him while he was still there, and some were saying he was in very high spirits. So the inconsistencies and the multiplicity of communications, especially on such a sensitive issue, and concerning a man who the whole nation had such a connection with, I think to me it was an oversight. Was it a failure of some sort in terms of the way you plan your messaging? And I would, if I was part of the team that managed Baba, we would have had a common platform for the messaging of the issues happening around him.
I think also this messaging issue, Baba aside, it's also something that calls the attention of our leaders. Yeah. Because even other parties, UDA, if I may be allowed to comment something. Yeah. You find that there's also this question of the way the messaging is being done. Yes. you may not understand what's happening, to the extent that even the president now is the one trying to communicate to the people.
Yeah.
We ought to have gotten an office that is good in communication.
Yes.
So as you are saying, could that be a lesson that we have to pick, that we have a proper communication system?
Yeah, we have, because, and we need to learn, and even the current government needs to learn, because then when you have haphazard communications coming, what the government is doing, the population is not informed.
Yes.
And the perception is largely a creation of messaging.
Okay.
So where there is a lacuna in proper messaging, all manner of characters will come and fill that space. So I sometimes find a lot of criticisms that come the way of, for example, the president. Like currently, he did sign some laws or effected by signing certain bills that were through Parliament, and now they were on his table. But you see, government has not communicated even the process of lawmaking for the people to know. So everybody is saying the president should not have signed, he did what, he waited until Baba was dead, and now he has accented to those bills. But those bills have a process. They are cured in Parliament. They are debated in Parliament. They are first reading, second reading, and so on. Amendments are made. Provision for public participation is there. And the bill to land on the president's table in democracies, it is the last point for his accent. And really, the president has no duty over those bills.
So we are saying the communication, the messaging is actually a challenge.
Sometimes disastrous. Even the projects that they are doing, even because you will hear the president talking about roads, they have done these dams, we've done this. I think the messages, there is a problem at two levels. Number one, does he have people, or do these leaders have people who can technically advise them? For example, are you chewing more than you can swallow?
Okay.
Yeah? Because every day we are saying we are launching this, we are launching that. How many projects can you run at a go and ensure they are completed?
Wow.
If you say then we are doing and you don't do, you are called a liar. If you do and you do not communicate effectively, then again nobody knows you did it.
Nobody understands this happened.
So we need that department needs a bit of polishing.
Wonderful. So now maybe we get back to this one. As all of a sudden we hear Baba is in India.
Yeah.
And then we hear statements like Ayurvedic, which is a new strange word and a strange animal to some of us.
Yeah.
And we don't understand. Maybe you could shed some light on this. What is this Ayurvedic treatment that Baba was going for?
Now, from the information now that we have, we understand that Baba was, and just like is normal for human beings, that even when you are in such a position as Baba, you are prone to sickness.
Oh, sure.
So we hear he had conditions. I've seen, we have not confirmed everything, but we hear he had diabetes, he had heart issues, probably he had blood pressure and so on, he had arthritis, maybe, and these are things that can happen to anybody.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
But now we hear that he went to that Indian facility, I don't know whether to call it a hospital, where they are doing Ayurvedic medicine. Now, those of us who are watching, viewers, wherever you are, Ayurvedic treatment is an Oriental brand of traditional Indian medicine, which does not conform to contemporary medicine.
Okay.
It's a mixture of certain practices. In fact, they say it is about 5,000-year-old traditional approach to treatment.
Okay.
We would not wish to cast aspersions on that. But when you look at their mode of treatment, it is mainly through practices like yoga, meditation. They use certain herbal concoctions,
Okay.
teas, for example, massaging, and so on. They are, I think, the centrality of their treatment is about dealing with the body, the mind, and the spirit.
Body, mind, and the spirit.
Body, mind, and the spirit.
Okay.
And all is geared towards ensuring that the health of the person they are dealing with is put at a sublime state, but that they believe that what affects the body could have origins in the mind or in the spirit.
Okay.
So it is a mystical kind of, there's a bit of mysticism in Ayurveda.
Okay.
Again, we are not saying it's right or wrong. But the question is, because even in Africa, we have our traditional medications.
So just for the sake of our viewers, Ayurvedic medication, essentially, as we said, is an Oriental medication. Is a traditional practice.
Is a traditional practice
that happens there in India.
Yes, curated over many years.
Okay.
Just like we have the Chinese.
Is it acupuncture, something?
Yeah, acupuncture. We have those practices. And there are those practices in different communities. It's not just in India. But you see, this medicine, this kind of medicine probably is not based on modern research.
Oh, yeah.
Or medical investigative research processes that are accepted. This is a traditionally curated procedures that we don't have data on. So you cannot really say that this particular cure was subjected to medical processes for its veracity to be confirmed. So it's a practice, probably they have seen people get well and so on and so forth. But the question is it a branch of medicine we should subject our top leadership to?
And that's exactly where my mind is. Now, as you're explaining, I'm learning, I'm getting to understand this is not scientifically proven.
Yes.
And maybe now, as a nation, and we if I remember the case of Jomo Kenyatta.
Yes.
It is said that it was Jomo Kenyatta died from negligence.
Yes.
That when this guy collapsed, I think maybe it was because of heart failure or something. He wasn't taken to hospital.
In fact, the issue is this was our founding father again, a very charismatic and consequential figure in the life of this nation.
Sure.
And what he said is, again, because of the political architecture of that time, that nobody believed the president could be sick or die.
Wow.
I remember around the time of his death, the Kiambu Mafia and some other people there trying to protect the presidency had made it illegal for you even to think or imagine or even publicize about the death of the president.
Wow.
You are not supposed to think.
You are not supposed to think that the president could
die.
So that was illegal. If you thought about it,
you could fall into a lot of trouble.
Thank God there was no way they would have known you have thought about it.
That is it. So you would not even dream about the president dying. So it is said that around that time, 1978, maybe from 76, 77, 78, the president was very weak in the body. He had some recurring ailments.
As a human being.
Sure. And actually it is said during some meetings, the late president, Jomo Kenyatta, used to like a lot of these traditional dancers coming to entertain him, the Nyakinyuas and so on. At some point, he had actually collapsed. According to his press secretary, Lee Njiru, he had collapsed several several times.
And that's in public domain.
Yes, and they would just take him to bed, and he would sleep and wake up after some time. And this is the president.
Maybe I should ask, don't we have like a proper mechanism of handling our leaders? Leader of that stature, and when they get to a certain age, the body becomes frail, is natural. And we then as a nation supposed to be having a proper protocol of handling those kind of people.
You see, we must develop protocols that distinguish between what is private and what is public.
Good.
To what extent is a public figure private? For example, our president. To what extent can the family determine how he is treated and where, and matters of his health, for example, when he is in the presidency? Is he the property of family or the property of the nation? Those are questions that need to be answered. So again, around Kenyatta, you see he had fainted a few times. He was not given proper medication because nobody wanted to imagine that the president can be subject to what ails the common people. He was larger than life. So on this particular instance, he was, I think, in Msambweni.
Somewhere around
in the coast. He loved coast, and he had, of course, been entertained and all that. And then he collapses. Can you imagine the guys who were there? I think the PC then was Eliud Mahiu. He had people like Koinange. He had the police boss, I think it was Gedhi. Those guys just take him to State House.
That is unimaginable.
A guy has
maybe I'm imagining at State House he was taken to medication. Maybe they called a private doctor.
There were hospitals in the coast. The Pandya hospital has been there.
If he collapses, you just take him to hospital for medication.
He wasn't. According to Linjiro, and I think my memory is okay, serves me right, he was taken to State House. And of course, after some time, he collapsed. There are statements that actually, at some point, he would be assisted to the toilet. In fact, not assisted. He had collapsed in a toilet in State House. And he stayed there for moments before people realized that the president had collapsed in
What will you say is the problem in this case, and what will you say must be done in such a case?
It is demystifying leadership so that we understand, actually humanizing leadership. Because a president is a human being first, subject to the normal issues that
and I think why we should be why this statement is important is because then leaders like Mzee, the founding Mzee, as we are saying, would have had him around for quite a while.
He would have been there for a bit more. We stop making secret of health conditions of presidents. In America, for example, it is a requirement of law that the president goes through medical tests, I think yearly, and the report is given to Congress, I think. So in our case here, we must balance between what is private and what is in public interest. And definitely the health of the president is of public interest because his incapacitation could affect even the nation, the stability of the nation. So to me, actually, the health of the president is a matter of national security interest. So going back to Raila, because his stature was like a president, the followership, the many people believed in him.
I mean, he was our Baba.
He was our Baba. Now he's taken to this Ayurvedic facility. Now the facility, we have not had facts, but definitely it's probably not specialized in the kind of health challenges that Baba was going through. Here, we do not blame Baba or anybody. But now as a country, our very best, our sons and daughters, how should we handle them? Because I think the health of a leader is beyond him, because he does not belong to himself. He belongs to us. What is this that we should spare to ensure the health of our top leadership? Now, we understand that he was taking walks. That is good. Baba, we understand he was doing a lot of gym when in the country. We also understand his history because, again, it is good also. Baba did not come from the skies. We have had him here for years.
He's now a Baba.
And we know the challenges he went through, especially in fighting for freedom.
Sure.
We know, for example, that he was detained for close to 9 years. He passed through Nyati House. He passed through Nyayo House.
Yeah.
He has been tear gas for years. He has gone through all these psychological, emotional, physical, trauma. He's been a guy who has suffered. So we don't know what happened to him at Nyati House. But if what we know was happening in those places is anything to go by, we know he was tortured. The nature of the torture, we don't know. The impact it had on his health is a matter of debate. But we also understand even his failing, his challenges on eyesight and so on, his tearing eye was from the trenches, from the experiences in the torture.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that happened to him. That is why this is not just Baba for the family, but Baba for all of us.
Yes.
Because all that we are enjoying today, Baba has paid deeply with his life for many years. But in this case, the question is, if someone has a heart condition, Apostle, where should he be? In whose hands should he be? What do you think?
It should be under cardiovascular specialist.
Yes.
In my thinking, of which we are not running short of in Kenya.
Yes.
But maybe if somebody wants advanced specialists, they could still, it's somebody's prerogative. But again, as we said, we are not blaming, but we are learning a lot of things from this. That going forward, maybe we should be a bit more careful.
The question is, did the facility, for example, have equipment suitable for managing emergencies like cardiac attack, for example?
Now then, that brings the question that, which is very important. That as a nation, we must also have this protocol or this arrangement where if our leader is having this kind of a challenge, we must have an institution that decides how to take care. And then we say, if, for example, you're taking him to Birmingham or you're taking him to the US or wherever, we must say that specific institution or facility we are taking him must be having qualified facilities and also specialists. Otherwise, we may end up losing leaders this way, which is not good.
And although we're talking about Baba, but we can also look at recent history and what leaders have done. The Prime Minister of Israel, for example, we all know that last year he had an issue, a problem that he needed surgery, intervention at that level. In fact, what was this condition? I forget, but I think it was cancerous. Some years back, he had a heart problem. And he had a heart bypass kind of operation. And he was attended by the best. They have specialized, university hospitals where these kind of leaders go. And the nation is informed about the situation they are dealing with. And we see that after that, he's okay. He's still running his country. He's strong, but he has gone through those procedures. Now, in our case here, why do we then allow a person at that level to just become, the daughter, the sister? They're the ones handling him at that level. Isn't it too much for them? Do we have, for example, a medical a provision where there will be a team of specialists handling these men?
And who decides who is going to handle this leader? Because I think that's where we are as a nation.
If he collapses and is a sister who is there, what will she do?
Yes.
If he is taking a walk, who should be beside him? So is it about costs? I don't think. Is it about lack of professionals? I don't think so. I think it's about who we are as a people and how we treat those who are consequential in our nation.
Okay.
And probably this unfortunate event that happened to Baba should be an eye-opener.
Should be an eye-opener.
And those who are listening, and I think guys who manage our leaders, we need to demystify, and the time is now, the health of our leaders. I mean, it's a fallacy to imagine that because someone is president, they don't fall sick, they don't get tired. He's not a machine, he's a human being. And I think it is also time to start managing the itineraries of our leaders so that someone cannot work, 7 days non-stop.
That's another point right there, because when we deify the lives of our leaders, we look unto them like they are gods also. They are not human beings. It is going to work against them, because again, if we have a specialist who understands the health status of a person, there is a number of intake you will allow and which you may not allow. For example, you may say someone of Baba's status may not work even for more than this. But you know what happens in Kenya? They are celebrating and saying the man is a workaholic. Yes, he's a workaholic, but then is it going to the detriment of his health? If that is the case, then we must begin to manage them, because we need these leaders.
And our expectation on the leaders must be practical. Look at Kibaki, for example, when he had that accident and they were in a campaign period. The doctors advised that this guy is indisposed. He has to remain in hospital. It is true you are campaigning, but you have to devise other ways. And so the campaigns of that year, they took place, I think it was 2002. They took place in the absence of the president in waiting.
And again, remember the Baba's famous statement when he was endorsing Kibaki in absentia.
Kibaki Tosha.
Kibaki Tosha. And he said the captain is indisposed, but the ship must continue.
His army is here.
I mean, I'm telling you, Baba was a brand of a leader.
He was a leader that we will miss for many decades. But again, that's why we are saying probably, and we are learning in hindsight, wisdom, that probably we needed to have managed him better. And it's not about the family, it's about our national psyche. Who are we as a people? How do we value our leaders? How do we treat them? How do we humanize them so that we know they can get tired, that they need to sleep, they need medical treatment, they need to have time with their families? Why do we want to own them like they are super gods?
But also, I also look at another thing which is a national thought that I think is, to me, is a bit questionable. Like, for example, when a leader is said to be sick, there is some sort of kind of an under-carpet celebration, or if not celebration, people are like, it becomes like an accusation to him again. Or so and so is sick.
So he's weak.
He's weak. This person is a human being. Even this guy who is saying these things may have been sick some 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I think we need to humanize our leaders. You get to know that they can fall sick. They go through the challenges we go through. They're not superhuman. We shouldn't deify them. And from there, I think we can be able to manage them well.
And I think at the same time, even within our legal structures and architecture, there are things we need to start discussing. How much can we delve into private lives of our leaders? As much as they are our leaders, but we have seen a lot of caricaturing, especially the social media. Do leaders also not have a life beyond their political platforms? So, for example, when we bring in someone in a casket, they are leaving, what do you think happens to their children? And because even Baba, just before this news came, some people had already put him in a casket.
You mean?
You can imagine. And so you have seen it also, President Museveni, you've seen on social media, a lot of vibe that he is dead. And then the man comes out and he is alive. So even as much as we are enjoying our democratic space, I think we need certain protections.
Let me ask you, if that person who is putting somebody in a casket, if their father or them were put in the casket, what will they think about? I mean, the issue of our moral fabric must not be torn that much.
I think we need a bit of decency. And as much as we cannot, legalize and put in law issues of decency and morality, we need some checks and balances. Because I think freedom is freedom as long as you have not interfered with my freedom.
Oh, yes, that's exactly.
So your rights are your rights until you interfere with my rights. So as you enjoy your rights, you should also be careful that I also enjoy my rights. I think to me is a statement in very bad taste when you pick an issue out there from nowhere and then you put somebody in a casket. In other words, you're saying he's dead.
The children of this person are seeing their parent in a casket.
Yes.
And it's actually mentally disturbing to these children.
It's traumatizing.
It's traumatizing because you can imagine now. You see, human beings, the way they operate, they are imagery beings.
Yes.
They operate with images.
Yes.
So that image of your father in a casket, and your father is your hero. Your father or your mother is everything to you. And all of a sudden now somebody makes you to begin to imagine your father is no more.
Yes.
I'm sure it's very tormenting.
And probably even along the same, and again with a lot of sensitivity, leaders of the stature of our former Prime Minister, they sacrifice a lot for them to come to that point and even to achieve the much they have achieved. Sometimes they do so at the cost of even family.
Oh, yes.
Nelson Mandela, having been in prison for 27 years, he came out but lost his family. He lost his wife.
Oh, yes.
A lot of his children, they did not grow the way he would have wished because they lacked, as much as he was fighting for the nation, there was nobody to fight for his family.
Let me ask you, man of God, does this kind of behavior happen in other, like, is it an African issue, an African challenge? Is it, is this how some people handle their leaders?
I think it depends on, our democracy again is very young. We are barely 60-something years. America probably is 250 years. So again, it's a learning curve. I think sometimes we are very unfair to our leaders. Because, and I want to give this example, I saw people trying to caricature the children of Raila. And sometimes even treating the family with a bit of disrespect.
I saw one that almost shed my tears because the son has a condition which we don't understand. The worst part is that I saw people, as you're saying, trying to imitate, caricature that, and post it on social media. And I was like, even if our moral fabric is torn, there are some levels that just no-go zones. And why will you get to that kind of a level?
This is being done even before the father is laid to rest, or even when the process is on.
Oh, no,
it's so insensitive and so heavy on the subject of this. Someone is already mourning. They have lost their very significant member. They are in a situation where they need a lot of support. Instead of support, then we are making fun out of it. Remember Ida, and I hope she's watching this. This is a professional. She was a teacher. I think she had gone to the level of a principal.
Yes.
And because of the struggles of Raila, her job is terminated without notice. She loses income and a profession, not because of anything she has done, but because she is wife to Baba. Now, she's there waiting for the husband for years. She doesn't know, is he going to come? What is happening to him?
And time and again she will hear reports of who did not come back.
Yes.
And that also traumatizing
and
in a way.
The special branch always around the family, checking on what they are doing. Visitors coming, who is doing what. And these children have grown in that kind of an environment.
I can imagine.
And now things have happened. Baba is here. He loses elections. You can imagine the emotional pain, especially when they know it's stolen once, twice, and so on. We don't know how many times it was stolen, but at least we know for at least one of the incidents, this election was stolen. So these are family waiting to go to State House, and then it doesn't happen. So it's not just about Baba, it is about the family. And I think it is about time Kenyans, we started asking the hard questions. How should we treat the families of these consequential leaders that we have? How much should we interfere with their privacy, for example? Even in a case like this, yes, we loved Baba, but was it okay for us to dance on the grave of a fallen hero?
Definitely it wasn't.
Was it okay to destroy things because we are mourning Baba?
Definitely it wasn't.
Was it right to make the family not have a good sleep in the night for 3 days, for 4 days, for 5 days? How far should we go in terms of, what we think we need to do vis-a-vis what is right for the family? Can we bereave more than the bereaved? Yeah. Are we at some time saying that we are more affected by Baba's passing away more than his family, his wife, for example? I think we need certain lines.
I agree so much, and I will add on what we've just said, is that let us have a sense of decorum. Let us always be very sensitive. Let us always know that our leaders are human beings. Let us always treat our leaders as the human beings they are. And maybe our takeaway on this will be that when at any time the leader may not be feeling well, it's not something that is out of this world. It's human. Is human, and let it not be taken like it is a sin to not be well. Otherwise, I'm so grateful.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for that.
Maybe a parting shot, sir.
We should be coming back. Let's get a parting shot.
A parting shot is now that Baba is gone, what can we do as a nation to immortalize his legacy?
Wow.
He was a champion of democracy, human rights, and the interests of the people at an ideological, intellectual level, at a physical, what is this that the nation can do
to immortalize his legacy?
And so that then Baba's life will not just have gone in vain.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And again, also to add on what he has said, is that one chapter is closed, the next chapter must open, because life abhors vacuum. Life must continue. And already we are having this issue of Baba's successor. And a few names are being thrown here and there. But my question is, this is something we'll have to discuss in one of the episodes, because again, it doesn't have to be a Luo person, because Baba was not tribal. Baba was continental.
Yes.
Must it be within the Luo nation? That is another question that we are going to explore.
Hard questions.
Very hard question.
And actually, did anybody make Baba leader? Who made him leader? Who made him Baba? So do we bestow that on someone? Or someone must prove and emerge? So our leaders made or they emerge.
And somebody must not think that they have rights of inheriting what Baba did if they don't merit.
If they don't, in other words, nobody should feel like they have more right than another.
Good.
To inherit Baba. Those who are feeling like they have that privilege, I think they are out of place. But of course, in the interim, there is need for order.
Sure.
And again, you said nature abhors a vacuum. I can only imagine what is happening, especially within ODM. Mine is to ask these guys, wherever you are, that the legacy of Baba is bigger than any one of you. And there are moments when you have to step back to move forward.
Good.
I think there is need for us stepping back so
as to move forward.
So that we can move forward.
Okay, wonderful viewers. There comes a time when you need to step back for us so as to move forward.
Yeah.
Once again, we want to condole and send our commiserations to the entire family of Raila, Mama Aida, Min Pin. We are really very, very grateful to have allowed Baba to serve us. We are grateful to the daughter and the son and the other daughter. We wish you the best, but as we said again, Kenya is the way it is today because of Baba, and the legacy is enduring. We are so very grateful. And check us out for the next episode. May the Lord bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.